So, looking at me, you'd think that, mm, I don't know, maybe I have it all figured out, or maybe something outlandish. But, back in October of 2013, I found out that I was pregnant. Um, I was coming into the third month, and it was tough. It really was. It was really, really miserably tough. Um, the reason why is I lived, I still live, with my parents then, and I wasn't completely sure who my son's dad was. I mean, there were two options. If he was born dark, and he was, um, he's not black, he's, Asian. Asian and, um, Native, like, Native Alaskan, Inuit, and white. Um, but there were a couple options, and and there were my. I had to tell my parents. I didn't tell my mom. My best friend did. I couldn't talk, and I wouldn't have told them if she hadn't said, you need to tell him. You need to do it tonight. But yeah, I pretty much I lost everything. I lost my ex and I were he was on deployment and I was here, obviously. And I mean, we had gone around and around quite a few times. Break up, get back together, break up, get back together. And uh, he broke up with me. He was on deployment. He broke up with me while he was on deployment. And I said, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Him breaking up with me while he was on deployment was pretty much the last straw. Um, I guess you could say I went crazy, but um, the only way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. Ah, no. Um, I don't suggest that, but that's what I did. And thank God I came back. Thank God the pregnancy test came up positive. My son, I mean, as much as I didn't know it at the time, he saved me from a lot. He saved me from STDs. He saved me from going back into a relationship with somebody I knew was just gonna break up with me again. Um, he saved me. Um, but uh, like my pretty much my whole family turned their back on me. Um, my dad, every night of my while I was pregnant, every night he called me out of my room to bitch at me. Um, he was he was not nice about that. Um, for one reason, I decided not to drink, or at least drink often. Maybe, yeah. But my sister and brother try to get me to self-abort by stressing me out even more so than normal. And after my son was born, my son was 8 months old before my brother started even looking at him, even started uh, playing with him, talking to him, whatever. And he was, my son, was over a year old. I don't really remember how old, but over a year old when my sister started, you know, um, playing with him, whatever, talking to him, acknowledging him as her nephew. But I guess I'm saying this or trying. You never know what somebody's story is. You never know. Just by looking at them, you would never know. My son's dad is in prison. My son's dad is in prison. He's been there his entire life. Not that he doesn't want. He found. I. Oh, oof. I. I was really, really, really heartbroken when I found out he was there. Um. It was hard getting in touch with him. Um. It, they don't allow access to the internet in prison, but yeah, the different different story, different time. Um, anyways, um, my son now today, um, they my family acknowledges my son. Um, they acknowledge him. They love him. They treat him like, and that's the part that irritates me. They treat him like he's their own. And that irritates me, but I mean, I live in their house, so there's not much I can do about it besides abide by their rules. I'm sorry if that phone's shaking. I'm kind of shaking my leg. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. But yeah. Anyways, that's that.